Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I will be going through how you can apply for your student visa by showing you exactly how to fill out the application form. So in the last episode I told you the documents that you will need in order to apply. As you can see in front of me, I have my computer where I will be screen recording to show you exactly how you can fill out the application. Now, in general, I do episodes on life in Canada, studying in Canada, and personal development. If this is something that you are interested in, definitely subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for more videos just like this one. Let's get started. All right, so I will definitely leave a link to the website down in the description box below for you. This will be the link for anyone that is applying for a study permit outside of Canada. So, how COVID is affecting application to visa, work, or study in Canada. This is a great thing that you can take a read to get insight on what is happening with the application process. All right, your study permit fasters through the student direct stream. Definitely, again, something to check out. Of course, this is restricted to a couple of different countries. So definitely check if your country is on this list. And if your country is on the list, definitely apply through the student direct stream. This was not a stream that is available to me, but if it is available in your country, definitely do it, because if you're not eligible and you applied through it, you will still get processed. So that's fine. All right, we have a table of contents. So we have an overview of the study visa. We have before you apply, step one is to gather the documents. So that's the step that I spoke about in my last video. If you haven't seen it, you can go and watch it. I'll also leave a link down in the description box below, which is just a checklist on the documents that you will need, because on the document list that is provided on this website, it is not completely developed. So when you look at it, and I've actually taken a look at it just now, here it is. So basically, you can see the forms that you will have to fill out if it's applicable to you. And then the document list only says the fee that you should pay, photocopy of your passport, 2 photos, letter of acceptance, proof of funds, photocopy of marriage certificate, and that's basically all that it lists. But there are a lot more documents that you will need to provide depending on which country you are from. So definitely it is very good to take a note of all the documents by just taking a look at my documents list that I have provided down in the description box below. So that's step one. Step two is to complete the application, which we'll be going through shortly. And then you need to pay the fees, submit the application, and then you can read through what happens next. All right, so this is just something you can go ahead and read. It's just the Immigration and Refugee Protection Act. And then you have the overview. So basically, they are providing us with instruction guide and the form you will need to fill out. And they also have the symbols here. Symbols, take a note of. And then you have before you apply. Great to just sit and read all of that. Read what is a study permit. Do you need a study permit is extremely important, so definitely read it and ensure that you actually need a student visa. So there are so many different documents that are here. Definitely read through all of these information provided so that you have the most relevant information to you. But let's just get right into what we need. Completing the application. So to complete the application, you need to fill out these forms, and then you will apply through the GC key. Again, that is not on this website. Literally doesn't tell you that you need to do that. So basically here, what you can see on your screen is question one, and it tells you exactly what you should do with question one. So what you will do when you're filling out the application is to go here, and then basically you see question one. Here it is, one, and it says UCI. Then you toggle back over this side, and it says question one is type your universal client information number if known, otherwise leave it blank. If this is your first time dealing with us, you will not have an UCI. So if you have ever gotten a study permit, a visa of any form, then you should have a UCI. If you do, then fill out the number. If you don't, then just leave it blank. And then number two, so you just toggle back over here. So basically, we will leave that blank. But the next thing is, I want service in. You can come over here, read question two. From the list, select the language, English or French, in which you would like to receive service. So it's just which language would you like to receive communication in. You can say English. For me, it's English. Next, full name. So you can write your full name. So full name, I'm gonna write Carter, given name, and of course ensure that this is based on your passport. I'm gonna write Francis. So Francis Carter. So your family name is just your surname. And just make sure that it's the name on your passport. So write it exactly as what is in your passport. And then you go here and then you say number two. You can go back here again and check for, so here's the name section. It tells you, okay, this is your surname, this is your first name, so it's perfect. Just read, keep going back. Here it tells you what to place as not applicable, do not enter star, and all of that. Question two, it says nickname or alias. So all of that is just there telling you exactly what to do on the application. So family name, you'll just write it. Have you ever used any other name? And if you don't have anything, just leave it blank. Next, we'll move on. Sex, we'll say female. The options you have is male, unknown, another gender, or female. You can say date of birth, 1992. Month, we can say February. Date, the 13th. And place of birth, make this exactly as what you have on your passport. So we have city here, we'll say Morant Bay. And then here for country, I'm from Jamaica, so I would write Jamaica here. There we go. Citizenship is just which country you are a citizen of. Again, what I said before, all you need to do is just go here and make sure you're reading through what each means. Never assume, always double check to ensure that you are entering the right information. So here, current country. So the country that you're currently living in. So for me, even though I'm a citizen of Jamaica and I did say my place of birth is Jamaica, here I would write Canada. Then for status, you can write whether you're a citizen, permanent resident. I'm going to say visitor just as an example. And you can write from when have you been a resident of the country that you're currently living in. And it also directs you with the year, month, date. Make sure you're following that 100%. So let's say 2021 02.21. Let's write June because technically as a visitor you can only stay for 6 months. So I just wanted to make sure that was within 6 months, though it's just an example. Previous country or territory of living. So which other country have you lived in during the past 5 years other than the country of citizenship or your current currency? So you already have the country that you were born, and then you have the country you're currently living, but they want to know in between where else have you lived. And you can say yes if that applies to you, or you can say no. So I'm just gonna say no for the purpose of this video. All right, so next we have country or territory we're applying. So you can just check what it means. So you go to number 9. So number 9, it says check the box to tell us if you're applying from the country or territory you live in. So that's basically all it is asking. So we're here. For this example, I will click yes so that I don't have to fill it out. Next, your current marital status. So you can write married, annulled marriage, common law, divorce, separated, single, unknown, widow. So you can put, I'm just gonna put widow. If you are married or common law, please provide date. Next, the next one is personal details. Have you previously been married or in a common law relationship? Above I wrote widow, so therefore if you are a widow you would just place yes, you were previously married, and then you would have to fill all this out. I'm just going to change my answer because I again don't want to fill all this out. So I'm just gonna place no. Next, language. So for language, you just write what is your native language. For me, I'm gonna say English if I can find it. Okay, are you able to communicate in English? Yes. In which language are you most comfortable? And again, it doesn't want me to enter it. So if it doesn't want you to enter something, just leave it blank. Have you taken a test from a designated testing agency? So this is just for anyone who've done the English test. For me, that is a no because my native language is English, so I do not need to do that. Then here for your passport number, you can just write your passport number here. Again, I'm just making up figures. Country it was issued, so you check your passport, make sure the information is accurate as possible. I'm from Jamaica. Then you would write the year it was issued. Let's say 2011. Expiry date. That would be, I'm just making up figures here. Okay, 050. Of course, you can't apply with an expired passport. So for this trip, will you use a passport issued by the ministry? So it's a no for these two for me. So for national identity documents, so it says, do you have a national identity document? Use your passport and say yes, and rewrite the number that you have at passport. Rewrite that number at document number, and then the country of issue. Write the country of issue that you have on the passport, and the issue date. Repeat the same thing that is on the passport as well as the expiry date. USPR. So are you a lawful permanent resident of the United States? Document number. So if you were to say yes, then you would need to fill out these two areas. You're submitting your application by mail. You have all these details. Enter what your current mailing address is. For me, they didn't actually mail me anything, but still place it there, because what happens is that it will be placed on your introduction letter and any form of letter that is addressed to you. So as I said, just keep referring to the details here. We are here. Here you'll have you need to enter your telephone number, so you can click here if it's Canada or US or other, and then you click what type, cellular, business, resident. Then here the country code, that, and then the extension. This is the actual area for the number. You can have an alternative number just in case, so they can reach you. If you have a fax number, put it there. If it's your work number, don't enter it. Make sure it's a personal one. Here just enter your email address, and then details of intended study in Canada. So we have the name of the school. Then here's where it gets fun, like you start entering. So here you will just need to grab your letter of acceptance and enter the name of your school. Then you'll go and enter the level you will be, then my field of study, and just all the details about your school would go here. Funds available for your stay, that is something you would enter here. And then tuition. For funds, always make sure it is no less than $25,000, no less. If you have 30,000, if you have 40,000 Canadian dollars, 50,000 Canadian dollars, that's great. As I said, it's the funds available for a stay. So if it includes a student loan, then enter that amount as well, and that should add up to 25,000. And that's something I go in details with the video where I spoke about how to avoid rejection. So definitely make sure this is always nothing less than $25,000, which needs to be proven. And then you'll have what your tuition is here. And then you will have my expenses in Canada will be paid by whom. And if you click other, then you'll go here and you'll need to write, let's say, friend or anyone else that is paying that is not listed here. Next, you would move on to education. So for education, have you had any post-secondary education? You can click yes or no. And then if you do, you'll need to enter all that details here. You'll have the from, and you just need the year and the month, which is so convenient. Just enter details in field, level of study, enter it all. You should know all these details about your school. And then you move on to employment. So basically they just need to know your employment details for the past 10 years, and that is all they need. So enter everything for the past 10 years. All right, so that's for that. And then you go to the background information. So within the past 2 years, have you or a family member ever had tuberculosis of the lungs or been in contact with a person with tuberculosis? You would enter yes or no. And then, do you have any physical or mental disorder that would require social or health services? And you can say yes or you can say no. If you answered yes to any of these questions, you will need to provide details and the name of family members if this is applicable to you. Of course, do not lie because they do ask you for your medical exam. Just be honest. If you have anyone in your family with tuberculosis, then say so. Misrepresentation is a serious offense, and if you lie, then you can be banned from Canada for up to 5 years, maybe more. So do not lie on your application. So have you ever remained beyond the validity of your status, attended school without authorization, or work without authorization in Canada? Hopefully this is a no. Have you ever been refused a visa or permit, denied entry, or ordered to leave Canada or any other country? So you select what your answer is. And then, have you previously applied to enter or remain in Canada? You answer that. If yes, provide details. Have you ever committed, been arrested for, or been charged or convicted? Again, be honest. They will ask you for your police certificate anyways, so you still have to prove it. So the worst thing you can do is to place no here, and then you give them a criminal record that says that you've done something. That is why many people have been banned from the country, so just avoid that. So do you serve any military, any form of civil defense unit, or serve in the security organization or police force? Just answer yes or no. If you answered yes to the question, please provide dates of service and countries where you serve. Are you or have you ever been a member or associated with any political party? You say yes or no. Have you ever witnessed or participated in the ill treatment of prisoners? If you've never, then say no. And then, if you answered yes to any of the questions, 3 to 6, or upon request of a visa officer, you may be required to fill out a different form. So 3 to 6. So if you said yes to any of those, then there's a special form that you may need to fill out if required. So just keep that into consideration. And of course, if you said yes to any of the questions, don't think that it is the end of the world. Just be honest. So, Citizenship and Immigration Canada, or an organization of CIC, requests may want to contact you for further information and all that. Here, just say yes. So, in case they need to contact you, tell them yes, they can contact you with further information or for whatever. So, here they are just basically saying, have you been truthful? If you have, sign here. So here it says you need to include your signature, but if you are under the age of 18, so if there's anyone who is watching this and they are applying for their student visa and they are under the age of 18 years old, you will need your parents or guardian to sign here, and then you just place the date here. Ensure you have the right format, so it says year, month, and date. You can read this, and then this magical button, you just press validate, and that will give you your application, and then you will sign it. I'm not going to validate because I didn't fill out a lot of things, and the validation process ensures that you filled out everything and make sure you did not miss any answer that is required. So if you did, the validation will tell you you haven't entered this or that, and there are definitely a lot of areas that I did not fill out, so I cannot validate this document. Once you validate it, all you need to do is save the document. I've already went through the document checklist with you. This is the statutory declaration that you will sign if you are in a common law union. This page here that we've been toggling from, it explained what common law means. So basically, it's if you've been living with someone for more than 1 year, that is what is considered as common law. You can definitely read more details here. Here it is, more details. So I will leave that down in description box below, and definitely make sure you've watched the video that spoke about gathering all the documents, because that is extremely important. So the next step after filling out the application form, there is also a family form that you will need. Here it is. So you just download this as well, family information. I will leave this down in description box below for you, so you can fill out the family form. Basically, just follow everything that I previously said with the questions helping you to answer everything. Here are the fees. So you have the biometrics, it's 80 $85. The study permit is $150. So here it says if you are applying from outside of Canada, send your application to VAC that serves your area or apply online. If you're applying within Canada, you can apply online. So you just click here. So it says sign into your IRCC security account. You will need to create this. I'm not going to create one, but you go into GC key, you click there. So what you would do is to go to sign up. This will always pop up each time you're trying to apply. You can read through it and agree. So here just create a username. The name that I was using is Carter Francis. To create a username, you can basically just go like this. And then you can create a password. And here are the requirements for the password. It's very simple to create the account. Basically, it's just your name and password, and any other information they ask for, just provide it to them. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the tutorial. Comment down below if there are any questions that you have. I will definitely answer those questions for you. I have done my study permit application and have assisted multiple persons with doing their application. So definitely, if you need assistance, let me know. Or if you have any questions, then certainly let me know and I will answer your question. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.